What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to today's Town Hall 10 attack strategy video. We have the mass PEKKAs. We showed you this attack strategy not too long ago, but in this war we had not just one but two 3-star attacks using the mass PEKKAs. They will be at the end of the video. We have one with 7 PEKKAs and then 8 PEKKAs. We first have the Hog Riders, then we have Lavaloon, dragons, and the mass Valkyries. So a bit of variety for you today, and the first one has came in from the west of the base here using that kill squad, which is ever so important for the Hog Riders. Now I want to quickly pause here for a second just to give a very quick shout out to the ESL Mobile Open. If you are a United States player, head on over to this website. It's linked on your screen, it's linked down below. You can sign up with your team of 5 to have an opportunity to compete on the big stage at the Dallas DreamHack Finals and also win some prize money. Now the ladder play is ongoing at the moment. That is a 4-week ladder play. However, you can still sign up throughout this. So 5 players from the US, get your team together, assembled, and sign up using that link for your chance to win some cash and have some fun at the same time. Be sure to tweet at me if you've signed up, because I want to congratulate and cheer on each and every one of you along the way. So be sure to sign up using that link I showed you. But let's get into the attack strategies today. What you can see from this one is that the kill squad has wiped out this entire section of the base, so the Hog Riders only have to deal with half of the base essentially. Now with the Hog Riders, with Lavaloon, with any type of strategy that uses defense targeting troops, that is what you want to do. You want to control the pathing of them defense targeting troops. So as you can see, the Hog Riders purely just sweep straight down the base here, and we can use the heal spells wisely. Not to mention that our kill squad, aside from carving that area, took out a few key objectives as well. Mainly, I've said it before guys, and I will link my strategy guide for Hog Riders right at the end of the video, but mainly that is the enemy queen and the enemy CC. The enemy king, most of the time you want to take out with a Hog Rider attack as well, but not a necessity. So let's skip through the rest of this one, get on to the next attack. Like I said, a big variety for you today before we get on to the mass PEKKA attack strategy. Honestly, it looks so amazing to see 8 PEKKAs charging through a base, and we're going to teach you how to do it, so make sure to stick around for that. Now the Lavaloon, you guys know how powerful it is in the right hands. You have to be skilled at this, but if you put the practice in, you will be able to take down a wide variety of bases. So we are coming in with a queen charge, or Beck from Crunch Time coming in with a queen charge from the bottom of the base here. Now it's important to set up the funnel for your queen charge wherever you want her to go. So you can see just using that baby dragon and the loon to take out this little area in order to charge the queen up towards the right hand side of the base. As we zoom in, take note of the multi-infernos. Is that going to obstruct any wall breakers trying to get into the base? Is it going to mean that your healers come in contact with that? You notice how we are attacking that head on, so it doesn't come into contact with our healers, because it can fire at multiple troops at the same time, so you have to take note of that. And notice how Beck used the jump as well. If you wanted to use wall breakers, you'd have to freeze that multi-inferno given where it was, so the jump spell provides us access right the way in there. Now again, you can see the two things that are coming down here, the enemy CC and the enemy queen. Very key when doing any attack which uses the defense targeting troops. The king, not such a big deal for the Hog Riders, for the Lavaloon, sorry, is a big deal for the Hog Riders. He can't shoot up at the Lavaloon. Now the Stone Slammer is definitely one of the best troops in terms of the siege machine to merge in with the Lavaloon, because it's essentially one giant loon. You know what you're getting with it, but do take note of this. Whenever you have pathing in terms of the lava hounds coming all the way across the base to the air defense, you need to try and catch up with the loons. Notice how they are taking fire from all of the expos now because the lava hounds left them alone. So that is why you can see haste spell, rage spell, haste spell. The balloons are not without a spell in this area because we need to push them through quickly to catch up to the lava hound. Also take note of whether it's a single inferno or a multi-inferno. Multi-inferno is hard for the loons, so you're going to have to freeze or haste or do something to get the loons through, but obviously it's no problem for the lava hounds. If it's a single inferno, you want to try and get the balloons there quickly if it is going to be locking onto the lava hound and obviously taking that out. Now, if you are new to my channel, be sure to subscribe for all of my Clash of Clans videos and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out. Now, if you do want to see all of my Town Hall 10 attack strategy videos, if you head on over to my homepage, I do have playlists on my YouTube channel homepage of all the different Town Hall levels from the higher competitive ones. So the dragons, let's get into this one. Like I said, bit of variety for you today as we build up towards the Pekkas, because they're certainly coming into the meta. The mass Pekka attack is something which is certainly viable. I've seen it a number of times, and it seems to be against select bases, so you will see that, guys. Very nice here in terms of sneaking a couple of giants in just to tank whilst the queen comes forward, and essentially manages to get a little bit more value from that. The king and the baby dragon at the top managed to create a bit more of a funnel for our dragons to come through the base. Now, with the dragons, it is very much about that funnel in terms of generally. It's not like the Hog Riders or the Lavaloon, which is what you've seen previously, trying to carve an area of the base so that you can send the rest of your troops around. It really is controlling the dragons, and in comes the bat spell from the south, where there is very limited splash damage. Now, Kevin here, getting it done for crunch time. Again, if you're interested in joining us, be sure to join my Discord server. We are actually full at the time of recording this video, but be sure to apply via my Discord server. You'll be able to see all of the UK War Alliance clans and work your way into one of them which suits your need. We compete at different leagues, guys, so be sure to check it out. But just look at how quickly the dragons took through that base, using the bats to take out that area where it was thick of point defense, but not really having any splash damage there was important, because it meant that the dragons had an easier job through the base as well. We're nearly there, guys. Just one more attack before we move on to the Pekkas, and it is that of the Valkyries. Intense Outlaw, massive shout out as well, always tearing it up at crunch time. And I've got to say, this attack doesn't go as he planned it. And I would have loved to have seen, because the base got wrecked, I would have loved to have seen if it had have gone to plan, because it would have been even better. Let's check it out. Uses the bowler just in order to bounce that mortar, help to try and set the funnel here, with the minions setting the funnel here as well. Now, the hope being to send the queen down this way. Now, you will see in a second why we do that. That is because the Valkyries are coming in from that section. So essentially, we're sending the queen in behind the Valkyries. So queen comes in. Now, what we're hoping here is she comes down this way and follows our Valkyries in. But this DE storage had a trick up its sleeve. I was zoomed out there, guys, because there are troops coming in. As soon as I zoom in, they do indeed get deployed. But the king and wizards are up the top here. This is important because we're setting the funnel at the top and at the bottom for the Valkyries to come straight through, and it works beautifully. Unfortunate that that queen walked around the opposite side. Not the end of the world. I mean, she does end up getting a few defenses here, but in come the Valkyries. Look, and watch this. With the Valkyries and the bowlers, there is nowhere for them to go. Look at that thin strip of buildings. Absolutely nothing. They are just going to tear open the walls. We don't need a jump spell. Valkyries under rage will rip them apart. Now, this is how we know he wanted the queen in here. There's nothing to shoot at the dragon. So the Valkyries are essentially keeping ahead of the dragon due to the rage spells and the heal spells keeping alive, but certainly they will take some damage. They continue to run forward. That bowler just missed out on the wizard tower over there, but the Valkyries continue to run forward and take down everything. Now in comes the slammer from the top, does a nice job kind of sweeping around here, but the Valkyries have gutted the core. But what it means, look, is if we had the queen in here, she'd be able to take out these buildings. As we skip forward this to get through to the PEKKA attacks, look at these loons, absolute MVP, able to scoot around one side, back through the haste spell onto the multi-inferno and across to finish off that wizard tower. Very nice attack, even though it didn't go to plan. I always like to see different strategies, guys, different varieties. Be sure to leave a like if you do as well, but I love to see the variety in the game right now. And we're going to start off here with Joel coming in with 7 Pekkas before we move on to the final one, which is that 8 Pekka attack strategy. 8 Pekkas 2.0, because we did show the strategy just recently as well, but I've got to show it. 8 Pekkas, it's amazing. Now, the way it works, I've seen it on a number of bases like this, these diamond style bases, the Pekkas can work. Now it's whether you can punch your siege machine into the center, send around about 2 to 3 Pekkas around either side, with the rest coming through the middle. Now ideally you probably want 3 Pekkas at a rough number. It all depends on the actual base layout, to be honest, but most of the defenses tend to be in there. What this will do is allow your Pekkas to come straight through the middle, whereby your bowlers and your queen behind will then shoot off to the defenses at the side here, and basically they will only shoot at the defenses, because around the edge of the base, if we zoom out, all of this trash gets taken out by the Pekkas. So all of the troops in the middle of the base focus on the defenses, and look at it. All of the Pekkas on the outside continue to just have full health. They're not really even getting hit. Your main priority is getting access through the base, which you will do most of the time with that wall wrecker and then with the jump spell. Make sure you are thinking about when to place the rage and the heal though. Do take note of how many splash damages are, for instance, right on the inside here. They can very easily get through onto the Pekkas and the bowlers and take them down quick if you are not careful. But one more attack for you before we wrap this up, and it is, like we said, 8 Pekkas. 8 Pekkas. Again, check out the diamond base formation. It's a similar design. This is what I've seen the 8 Pekka strategy used on all of the time. A couple of Pekkas on either side in order to set that funnel initially, but then continue walking down here, and then essentially your main pack straight through the middle. That is it, guys. It's then spell placement from there. Look at how quickly the Pekkas on the outside can create that funnel, and there you go. 3 Pekkas on the inside, 2 on the right hand side, 2 on the left hand side. Do remember to follow up with a couple of wizards. The Pekkas are a bit slow, but they're very tanky, so get some wizards in there. They can really help to increase your DPS, and as you come through, this is where you need to be a bit careful. Look at these multi-infernos. They have such big reach from within inside these compartments. You've got to be careful. You need your queen and bowlers to get in there, but primarily your queen. She is going to be responsible for taking out these multi-infernos. Now again, as we zoom out, look at the Pekkas on the outside. They are taking out all of that trash so that your main force within the base can focus on the defenses. There's that jump spell with the heal. Most of the time with these base designs, you will see a lot of defenses coming down to the back end here, so make sure you've got that heal spell for this area if possible, because you will need it. Try and save onto that queen's ability. You should be able to, guys, because the Pekkas in front will be absorbing a lot of the damage. The queen should be kind of standing at the back, if you will. You should be able to hold on to that ability until the last second, and you very rarely run out of time. I mean, look at this. We still have 1 minute left. Look at we've got a builder hut in the corner. We've got a wizard tower at the opposite end of the base here. Somehow that one building got missed, but we are going to crush it, guys, and that is the 8 Pekka attack strategy. Again, if you haven't seen my other Town Hall 10 attack strategy videos, be sure to head on over to my YouTube homepage and check out that Town Hall 10 playlist. And if you do want to see the Hog Rider attack broken down, I have displayed it on your screen there right now. But until next time, that wraps it up. Peace out.